Well, underground parking lot. I don't want to talk to the pop-up queen. Oh, the thing's broken, but it was fixed with duct tape. February 22nd, Police Department, entrance. Woo! We're finally here! Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing, why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get our information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm very busy, man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Well, why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective of the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voice down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Also, did we ever, like, look at these? Yeah, we could actually inspect these. I forgot we could look around. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured her as an outdoors man. Now there's a scary thought. And yep, that's all we can see on this knife whatsoever. But look at this though. Ooh. Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here! It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow! One guy listed a bunch of times. Juan Karma, I guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Juan Karma sometime. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. And that's it about it? Well, I'm glad we could get just like a bit of extra. Wait. We can inspect our own badge. So, this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That's why you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't link your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Ooh, about that, Phoenix, you see, what happened was, someone could just use a fake badge. Like, I want to say it's Ace Attorney 2? That or 3. I know it's in one of those two games. Someone literally just had a cardboard cutout, and the court didn't even realize it was a fake badge. Miles Edgeworth, 7/12. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple of extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in the whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Is that it? Okay, that's it. We've inspected all our evidence. Okay, about the investigation. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Well, nothing really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
So, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dares down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An officer marshal was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
And that's it. Unless something, yep, nothing here, so... Underground parking lot, nothing still there, so... Detention center? No. Please. Wright and Co. offices. Nothing here, so... Has to be something at the police department that we're overlooking. Examine the door. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, oh,
I'm not a slide. Alright, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy.
That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea why. Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip, I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Okay, so I guess the only thing to do now is present evidence to, freaking Gumshoe.
Hey, that's it! That's the King Prosecutor's Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors.
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor's guy to do such a thing? Well, wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth! What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Yeah, so it's the same thing, whether you present the knife or the slip. Oh. Hey, that's the guy who got murdered. How did we never look at this yet? Oh, there we go. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly! They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID Yabba-dab. See, wouldn't that be better? Yabba-dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point, tee-hee. It doesn't take much to amuse it doesn't take much to amuse her. Whoop. Yeah, there's nothing here. We'll present it though. I'm Detective Gumshoe. What can you tell me about this?
Huh? Hey pal, this is Detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me in so much trouble all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Perfect. Edward Troubles and Bruce Goodman are both now available. So, this card belonged to the victim.
He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, what would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Mr. Edwards mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is the chief prosecutor's guy called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again? Flat.
Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal. There have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses, nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one was whispering, they were practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is buying the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
And that's all we have information about. So, goodbye for now, Detective. Wright & Co., nothing here. Underground, nothing here. Detention Center, nothing. Probably should have went to the detention center before coming here, so then I could then just hire prosecutors. Edgeworth is gone. Where else have we not been? No, we've been everywhere, and we've talked to everyone. Oh, we haven't actually talked to you about any of this new stuff. Could you take a look at this? Like you? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me. You must have had to brew these leaves for a long time to get a rich flavor like this. We pre-infused the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret to the aroma. Exquisite. That's the only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Could you take a look at this? Yes, you said you wanted hot tea. And back here around. Don't inspect the shield. Here we go. You take a look at this. Yep, want hot tea, but we didn't. You pre-infused the leaves with steam, so they steep faster. About this card. Oh wait, we already went through all this as well. So we've looked at every evidence, talked to every person fully. Yeah, you're out of stuff. Move. Detention center has nothing here. Underground parking lot, on accident. No one's in that area. Is anyone if we slide over? Examine. Oh, this isn't like a place where you can slide. That means there has to be something here we've overlooked. And if not here, at least somewhere nearby. We've inspected that. Aha! Look, a stylish glass walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe. Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. That did not help. And doesn't seem to be anything else here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case. So, move. Police department entrance. There has to be something here we've overlooked. I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. Oh, the Blue Badger again or something. I was wondering about that.
What, the Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
The chief threw together some design and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the battery dies.
Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. Blue Badger panel, a work of art designed by the Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe.
And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know?
Thank you.
What?
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... what's his name? The guy in the parking lot?
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police.
Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall, just a regular officer. From West LA.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Letter of instruction received from Detective Gumshoe allows Bear to investigate the crime scene. Maybe. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
How convenient. All we need to do was... I knew I was missing something here. But you know what? I'm gonna call it here, so in the next episode, we'll probably finish up investigation. So until then, bye for now.